Okay, good evening. Hello, 5:30, I'm calling the meeting to order. Mauricio, call the roll, please.
One second, Mayor, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Just make sure that it gets it. Okay. Commissioner Joseph,
Present.
Commissioner Stuyvesant, Commissioner Viscara,
Here.
Vice Mayor Lama,
Here.
Mayor Svechin,
Here.
all members present.
Okay, we're not going to play the opening statement because I kind of don't have that many people here. So I'll just remind everyone that we have 2 items on the agenda. If you wish to speak, you all know the drill, but please fill out a speaking card. I'm asking everyone to just follow our decorum rules. Remember, we have 3 minutes. I'm asking everyone in the dais to please not talk over each other. I know that this is a really important meeting and an important vote, but please respect everyone's time. I want to make sure that we set a good example. Before we begin, I also want to welcome back Vanessa, who's in the back, and congratulate her on her new baby. Okay, start.
Would you like to do the Pledge of Allegiance?
Sure, of course. Chris, would you like to do the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Okay. The first item on tonight's agenda is 3A, a resolution of the City Commission of the City of Sunny Isles Beach, Florida, adopting the City of Sunny Isles Beach ad valorem millage levy rate, tentative, just to clarify for the record, at 1.700 mils per $1,000 of taxable assessed value, which is 1.55% more than the rollback rate of 1.6741 mils for fiscal year 2025-2026.
Okay. Go ahead, Mr. City Manager.
Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of the Commission, this budget presented to you this evening is a culmination of a tremendous amount of work by our Finance Department. Following the budget workshop, we were directed by the City Commission to reduce the millage rate from 1.8 to 1.7 mils at the July meeting. This provided only $377,000 additional revenue from property taxes for this upcoming year based on the adjusted property values. This required us to reduce operating expenses to align with the proposed reduction in the millage rate. In addition to the $377,000 increase in property tax revenues, other notable revenue increases include utility taxes of $200,000, charges for service of $223,000, fines and forfeitures of $666,000, and miscellaneous revenue, which includes interest earnings in the amount of $476,900. These are offset by the anticipated revenue reductions, providing a total increase in revenues of $1,937,533, still leaving a shortfall for the upcoming year. With good governance in mind, we could not just lower the millage rate without reducing our expenses to help balance the budget. The reality is that we have no less than a potential $1 million increase in personnel services in the police department alone, which is based on your direction of public safety being number one, and we have a pending PBA contract renewal, which will be presented later this month. We had to make some major adjustments to cover this and other necessary expenses as the much-needed maintenance for the government center. We took into consideration all of the input I received from you following the vote to lower the millage rate and understood the desire to continue to provide the exceptional services our residents have come to expect. Therefore, what we did was we looked at new requests first and eliminated new proposals that would not impact the quality of life for our residents. These were some tough choices which are outlined in the handout in your budget book. Please remember that the budget process started in April and much has changed since that time. In the police department, for example, I heard from you that it was important to keep the 2 additional officers. At the time of the budget preparations, the PBA contract was not yet settled. We have since settled that and are bringing an agreement to you for approval at our September meeting. That agreement, if passed, will have an impact on personnel services, some of which are now accounted for in this final budget. Some notable numbers for you: our property values have increased by approximately $1.3 billion. We have a reduction of $186 million in decreased values from the Value Adjustment Board that are due to appeals. Our millage rate is reduced from 1.8 to 1.7 mils, and important to note, the taxes a homeowner pays to the city is only 10.16% of their overall tax bill. The total budget for all funds, including fund balance and enterprise funds, is $232,687,882. The highest percentage of expenses in our overall budget is dedicated to our capital improvement program at 26% of the overall budget. In the general fund, public safety makes up the greatest expense at 34.8%. At one of our budget meetings, it was suggested that I am fiscally conservative in my budget approach and development, and I thank you for that note and compliment. I also want to thank you for your guidance throughout the process. There was much back and forth, and I believe that we have a budget that represents your direction while meeting the needs of the community. With that, I present to you a budget at 1.7 mils, and I'm asking and recommend that you approve it on first reading. Mayor, I'm asking for you to call for a motion.
First, do we have any public speakers
We do, Mayor.
for 3A?
Oh, no, I'm sorry, we don't.
Okay. All right. Does anyone have any comments, or would someone like to make a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, I need a second.
Second.
Okay. Mauricio?
Commissioner Joseph?
Yes.
Commissioner Stuyvesant?
Yes.
Commissioner Viscara?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Lama?
Yes.
Mayor Svechin?
Yes.
The resolution passes 5-0.
Okay, next item.
3B is an ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Sunny Isles Beach, Florida, adopting an operating and capital improvement budget for the fiscal year commencing October 1st, 2025 through September 30th, 2026, pursuant to Section 200.65 of the Florida statutes, authorizing expenditures of funds established by the budget, authorizing encumbrances, authorizing issuance of checks, providing for grants and gifts, providing for local and federal law enforcement trust funds, providing for a post-audit, providing for severability, and providing for an effective date.
Mr. City Manager, did you have anything else to add?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Do we have public speakers?
We do.
Okay, call them up, please.
Stephen Hirsch?
Stephen Hirsch, 17201 Collins. Although the proposed 293-page 2026 operating and capital improvement budget is comprehensive from a fiscal reporting perspective, it does not provide the Commission or the public with clear insight into how well city resources are achieving intended results. I wish to suggest a budget method that is widely adopted as a municipal best practice that aligns financial resources with measurable outcomes. It's called performance-based budgeting, and I have been involved in effectively implementing this in state and municipal budgets in years past. At its core is what traditional budgets ask. While traditional budgets ask, how much did we spend on X? Performance budgets ask, what did we accomplish with money spent on X? It links resources to results, giving both the commission and residents a clear picture of whether city programs truly delivering on their stated goals. During my attendance earlier this year at the 7-week Sunny Isles Beach Residence Academy, with my thanks to Commissioner Vizcarra for being an instructor and facilitator, I met department heads and met with our city's truly knowledgeable budget director, Tiffany Neely. I asked if the city utilized performance-based budgeting, and she responded that they have new software that will allow this process to be utilized. In the tentative 2026 operating and capital improvement budget under page A2 budget process, no performance measures are established for our commission to effectively measure whether a budgeted program is working, needs adjustment, or may be eliminated. The city manager finalizes his budget recommendations, and they are produced for transmittal to the city commission. Yes, there are subsequent workshops where commissioners may ask questions and make requests for modifications. However, what is missing is that the commission cannot properly evaluate the effectiveness of a budgetary line item. Performance-based budgeting strengthens the commission's oversight role by invoking its early and defining measurable goals with department heads and the city manager. This allows quantitative analysis of whether the budget matches the community needs and priorities and assists the commission in making data-driven decisions and allows residents to understand where their tax dollars are going. Though too late for this year, adopting this for the 2026-2027 budget will move Sunny Isles Beach towards a more transparent, accountable, and results-driven budgeting process. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak.
Thank you. Right
Thank
on
you.
time. Next speaker.
Dana Goldman.
Dana Goldman, 308 Poinciana Island Drive, Sunny Isles Beach, Florida. Nice to see the commission here. I just have a couple of comments, and it revolves around the capital improvement program. And while there are some capital improvements I do approve of, I think that two in particular stand out as being somewhat of folly. One of which is the Fleet Services Compound. To see the City Commission advocate or approve a $2 million expenditure to turn prime Collins Avenue location into a codified and institutionalized mechanic shop and fleet center seems to be a total waste of resources. And it's absurd to turn Collins Avenue property into basically a mechanic shop and a parking lot. There has to be a higher and better use for that particular property going forward. Fleet maintenance should not be put right on Collins Avenue next to the school. The second item, while I recognize that construction costs, being a real estate attorney, they aren't what they were. To spend $200 million, $200 million, which is in excess of our annual city budget, seems just absurd, overpriced. It's hard to imagine that you're going to have revolving courts or seats that are going to take up $200 million and what that's going to cost and how the city is going to bond that out. I think it's just an awful lot of money to be approving in a capital improvement expenditure. So those are my notes on this budget.
Thank you. Mauricio, do we have any other speakers?
That's all.
Okay. All right. I will take comments or questions from the commission. Vice Mayor, do you want to start?
Yeah, I just wanted to go over this handout with some of the cuts. If we could explain, like, for instance, the drone program, it talks about eliminating it, but I'm not sure if that means we're eliminating, because we have 2 drones right now. We purchased 2 drones. If that means we're eliminating 1 drone and we'll have 1 that works, or I need some more clarity on that line item.
City Manager?
Yes, thank you. So when you directed us to cut from 1.8 to 1.7, one of the drones were proposed to be eliminated. So we took that out. Now, in my discussions with the chief, we're looking at alternate ways to add that drone back in for the future.
Okay.
So at this time, we have one. The
Mm-hmm.
proposal is to have 2 additional drones.
Okay.
And we'll bring that back to you, but we're seeking an alternate way to fund it.
Okay. And then with the elimination of one lifeguard tower, where would that location be? Are we talking about down south, between, around Tropicana?
We're not eliminating one versus we were proposed to buy 3.
No, I remember we proposed buying,
Correct.
yeah.
So
Mhm.
we weren't actually eliminating one, it was a replacement of one for the future, but not an elimination of a lifeguard stand that we have
Okay.
existing.
Because I know there was a request to install one between, I remember the name of the building, but there's like a stretch there where perhaps one is needed. It's in the south side of the city. So, okay, so we're not really, are we eliminating one of the 3 that we're supposed to buy or replace? It's a replacement, correct?
A replacement,
Okay,
yes.
all right, all right. And then the government center fountain refurbishment, you don't have to tell me today, but I'd like to know exactly how much that alternate remodel plan will cost. And then regarding the executive assistant, the position that was eliminated for CCS, get more detail on what exactly that role is. And see if there's alternate ways to obviously, be able to, because we're talking about 1.5 million, a little north of that. So because of that lowering in the millage rate from 1.8 to 1.7, just wanted to see how we could probably accommodate. Obviously, the drone program, I'm a little concerned. I'd like to have 2 drones, but yeah, let's see how we could be accommodating to that. And that's about it. That's all the questions I have for now. Then there's other things like the museum partnership. I know that's getting eliminated. Art Uncorked. And I'm just checking my notes. Just bear with me. Inventory. Okay. Yeah. That's it for me.
All right. Who would like to go next? Commissioner Joseph? You said you had questions?
Not at this time.
Okay. Commissioner Stewart?
Okay, so just to clarify, during our conversation, I never understood that the direction was to reduce the new youth program and to even change what was about it from $65,000 to $25,000. If anything, we did ask to reduce the amount of people that we are overestimating to hire every year. We do always have a very ambitious hiring plan, and it never materialized. And I'm very surprised to see that we have exactly the same number of new hirings proposed for next year. It didn't reduce at all. So that was a specific direction that we gave, and I believe that we were all in agree. However, like I said, there is no reduction whatsoever in numbers of the amount of hirings. So I want to do a little clarification about that.
Is that all?
I want the city manager to clarify.
You're asking him a question?
Yes, yes.
Go ahead.
When we were directed to lower the budget from 1.8 to 1.7, we effectuated some changes. We did not have consensus, to my knowledge, to reduce any of those potential vacancies.
Well, okay, so I remember differently. I even believe the mayor did that also. She gave that direction. But maybe if we could see the video game that is not available because whatever reason it is that we don't have it. But yes, we are overestimating our spending. We have a very ambitious hiring plan. We are not reducing anyone. I know we're moving from one department to another, but at the end of the day, we have the same exact number. The same thing about the drones. We should continue the program and expand it. Also, the K9s program. We need more dogs in the streets and everywhere. And what I see is that the reduction that we are having is basically with the programs that they're going to affect directly the residents. Like, for example, the FIFA World Cup event out. More programs like the Art on Cork, the museum partnership, and also, like I said, the one for the youth. So we are reducing the services that we give to the residents and nothing else.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Joseph, you ready?
Not yet.
You sure?
You can come back to me.
All right, because you know we're not going to be here all day. Just want to make sure. Did you
understand.
need more time to prepare or?
No, just,
Okay,
I don't have anything to say, so Jerry can speak.
okay.
okay. So I've always had a problem with the commission not having input from departments and which leads us to be in the dark on many issues. And I believe that regarding the budget, that leads to a lot of issues with transparency and gets us to this point where there's movement of monies without us seeing exactly where it's going or for what benefit or purpose. And that's why I believe that these cuts to necessary items should not be necessary.
That it?
That's it.
Okay. If Commissioner Viscara had something to add.
Well, just in reaction to what Commissioner Joseph just said, we do have access to department heads. That's the whole point of having the workshop with all the department heads present. So, and we have, in between meetings, opportunity to speak with whomever we want. So I'm not sure what that means. And at the end of the day, I mean, the cuts are a consequence. If you cut on one side, if you're reducing the money, and we understood this, we talked about this last month. So I don't understand the surprise when if you're reducing what you're taking in, you're going to be balanced. In order to balance it, you have to reduce something else. And like we spoke about before, that could be taking away something that exists. It could be reducing something. It could be not acquiring something and, shrinking the plans. But this is the consequence. And this is why last meeting that we had, I said we can still work to reduce it, but let's do it in an informed way. But we didn't do that. We were forced into a 1.7, and now we're surprised at the consequence. But this is the result of how we chose to do things. And there's, we will be able to hopefully, make adjustments as we go, and I think in the long run we'll be okay. So it's not the 1.7 that's the problem for me. It's how we got here. And so let's not pretend to be surprised that there's a consequence to our actions. For me, the broader concern, which, going down the road, is legislative. There's a lot of tax talk that may directly impact municipalities around property taxes and other, we were attacked, we municipalities were, and home rule, we were really on the block in the last legislative session, and a lot of the stuff didn't go through, but it's coming back. And it's not a matter of, what experts say is it's not whether we'll get hit, but by how much. So that's part of the context that we need to keep in mind. And hopefully it won't be that bad. And that's all.
Thank you. Vice Mayor, did you want to add something, or you had a question?
Yeah, I'm also concerned. I mean, the real estate market right now is soft. You see days on market for a lot of properties, especially for condos, going significantly up. You see the inventory going up a lot, and then you also see the between the asking price and the actual close price, you see a decrease as well. So I'm concerned about with the values of properties going down. So that's that on the real estate front. Going back to the actual budget, I had a question about the Central Island drainage improvements. So I see that we have some grants. I see, well, Stormwater Capital Fund, the funding sources for this project. I see the Resilient Grant and I see the Florida State grants. Have we received these grants yet, or are we in the process of getting those grants for the
Yes, go ahead.
Central Island?
The reimbursement grants, so you have to spend the money first.
You
We're
have
not
to
there
spend the
yet.
Okay, yeah. Now I recall that. I think we touched upon that. Okay, so are we sure that, because it almost covers the entire cost of the project, right? Are we sure we'll get that money, or because we'll only have to, out of pocket, we only have to spend like $83,000 if we do get those reimbursement grants, right? I mean, is it almost sure how these
It is
grants
not.
work?
It
No.
is not. When those grants were applied for, it was a $53 million project.
Yeah,
And they require a match. So we will not get the full amount funded through the
Okay.
grants.
And then the 22 million here, that is for the injection wells, right?
Correct.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Before I ask for a motion, I just wanted to mention, first of all, I want to say thank you to the staff for putting this together. Every year, this is a lot of work. And although it could always be more transparent and could always do a better job, I appreciate all the work. I do want to say that I was not here for the last meeting. I was literally in the emergency room, so I'm sorry I missed it. But I do understand that obviously if we lower the millage, we have to have cuts. The programs that are chosen are really unfortunate. I think that we need to take advantage of budget amendments after this is approved to see how we can get those programs back. To Commissioner Stevenson point, I do remember also asking that we look at staffing, because if we're not going to be cutting any staffing, then it's hard to also say what, the staff is who supports the programming. So I think that we just need to stay in front of this, and whatever it is that we as a commission feel really strongly needs to come back, needs to come back as a budget amendment, including any potential additional cuts. So, okay. Want to add something?
No.
Okay, then I'll take a motion, please.
So moved.
Need a second?
Second.
Marisa, do we need a voice?
Commissioner Stuyvesant?
No.
Commissioner Viscara?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Lama?
Yes.
Commissioner Joseph?
No.
Mayor Svechen?
Yes.
The ordinance passes on first reading 3-2. The second hearing is scheduled for September 11th, 2025 at 5:30.
Okay, thank you. Meeting adjourned.